Bester in May last year. Correctional services said he had burned to death in his cell at the
As a result of people who has got a lot of power into few little hands, and this power went up to their heads.
And where would the matches, the lighter, the whatever it is that sets the light come from?
I don't know.
You don't know. And you've done nothing to find out.
That Benz died as a secret visitor on the 16th of April 2022. And G4S is dishonest. Thank you very much.
Thabo Bester is the son of Maria Mabaso. His mom faced many difficulties raising him as a single mother in South Africa. Maria decided the best thing to do was to give Thabo to her parents so that they could take care of him. Thabo's grandparents were hard-working farm workers who lived in a dwelling on a farm of their employers, the Cox, in Kibble Park, Eikenhof. Thabo lived with them and grew up on the farm. It is alleged that the Cox family took care of Thabo and he had a decent upbringing despite him claiming he had an underprivileged background. Thabo left the farm when his grandmother passed away, and this is when all the trouble had started. It is alleged that when Thabo was a kid, he would stand at the side of the roads leading to schools and beg people to assist him financially, only to end up robbing them and conning them from their monies. Between 2007 and 2010, Thabo was posing as a modeling scout. He would reach out to females on social media and lure them into meeting with him. And he would sell them dreams of being models and working in the entertainment industry. Many women would fall victim to his lies and meet with him, and he would only end up robbing them from their cell phones and laptops. In 2012, Thabo Bester was convicted to a life sentence for the murder and RIP of Nomfundo Tuyhulu. Unfortunately, Nomfundo also fell victim to his lies. Allegedly, he had been dating Nomfundo at the time. They had gone on a romantic holiday to Cape Town, but the holiday ended in tragedy as Thabo Bester stabbed and robbed Nomfundo, which led to a death. Thabo was then imprisoned at the Mangaung Correctional Facility in the Free State, which is managed by the infamous security company G4S. Whilst Thabo Bester was incarcerated in the Mangaung Correctional Facility, he started getting frequent visits from 2017 onwards from a lady named Dr Nandipha Magadumana. Dr Nandipha was an affluent celebrity doctor who had an upmarket practice in Sandton called Optimum Medical Solutions. In 2022, reports emerged that there had been a fire at the Mangaung Correctional Facility, which resulted in the death of one of the inmates, and that was Thabo Bester. However, a couple of months later, a picture emerges online of Dr. Nandipha shopping in a Woolworths, accompanied by a man who had a striking resemblance to Thabo Bester. The investigative journalist of the publication Ground Up got hold of this information and decided to do some investigations. This is when all the crumbs start crumbling down. Ground Up manages to confirm that the Thabo Bester was indeed well and alive, and that the body that had been burnt in the cell the night of Thabo Bester's. They were able to confirm that whilst Thabo was an inmate at the Mangaung Correctional Facility, he had been doing online meetings via video calls with people. The one time, Thabo even organized a glitzy media event in Sandton that attracted many local celebrities. Thabo even appeared at the event via a video call and made the guests sing happy birthday to him, with them believing that he was in the United States. Meanwhile, he was in prison. Thabo Bester continuously planned these events where he would scam investors into investing millions of rands into his companies. Thabo also had foot soldiers on the outside that were doing work for him as well. Ground Up also verified that Thabo Bester was living with his girlfriend Dr Nandipha in an upmarket area in Johannesburg, Hyde Park, in a multi-million rand home. Ground-up also revealed that when Thabo Bester allegedly died in the Mangaung Correctional Facility, Dr. Nandipha came forward to claim his body and claimed that she was his customary wife. According to Gerard Labuschagne, a former head of the SAP's investigative psychology section who interviewed Bester in 2011, he said that Thabo Bester is a smart, intelligent, and well-spoken guy who could easily manipulate you and make you feel sorry for him. And according to him, Bester's financial crimes only worsened while he was incarcerated. As pressure grew from the public after the ground-up expose on Thabo Bester and his alleged escape, authorities were left with no choice but to take action. And when Dr. Nandipha and Thabo Bester got word of this, they started panicking and decided to flee the country. With SA authorities now on the hunt for Thabo Bester and his partner, Dr. Nandipha Magadumana, more and more revelations came to light. The South African local authorities could not locate Thabo Bester and Dr. Nandi, even after asking the public for their assistance. Almost a week later, it would emerge that new details regarding the whereabouts of Thabo Bester and Nandipha Magadumana has come to light. The couple had reportedly been arrested in Tanzania with the Mozambican man who allegedly was assisting them while they were on the run. The Tanzanian authorities detained them and were waiting on the South African delegation to travel to Tanzania to bring the fugitives back to South Africa. All while this was happening in Tanzania, a few arrests were made in South Africa in regards to the prison escape. A former G4S prison guard and surprisingly Dr. Nandipha Magadumana's father were arrested. Both of them appeared in court and had been charged with aiding and abetting an inmate to escape and with murder. However, the NBA had said that the pair could possibly face more charges. G4S executives were summoned to appear before the Parliamentary Committee to give information on the escape of Thabo Bester. G4S, too, were unable to explain why they had not been able to detect Thabo Bester's escape. Shocking reports made by G4S during the sitting were that, number 1, power to the CCTV footage, the camera which monitored Bester's cell, failed the night Bester escaped. Number 2, an unidentified car had entered the Mangaung Correctional Facility 2 days before Bester's escape and dropped off a TV cabinet which is alleged to have contained the dead body that was brought in. G4S was unable to find out why and how petrol was also brought into the cells. So this case is currently still ongoing in South Africa. Do you think that high-ranking officials in the policing services and government are involved? Do you think that G4S should continue to maintain the contract to manage the Mangaung Correctional Facility in South Africa? Let us know in the comments. All I know for sure is that this case is going to be opening up cans of worms and more affluent people will probably be implicated. Stay tuned for more and subscribe to keep on viewing our content.